हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू द वर्ल्ड ऑफ इंटेलेक्चुअल सब। स्टूडेंट्स, आज मैं आपके लिए लाई हूँ साइंस के मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एमसीक्यूज। तो करते हैं वीडियो को स्टार्ट। उससे पहले अगर आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो जल्दी से चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। नाउ द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, अकॉर्डिंग टू द इमेज शोइंग अ फूड वेब, the right option is option D. Salamander feeds on pine borer to obtain energy. Study the following table and choose the correct option. Option D is the correct option. Based on the image, what can be inferred about the eye color trait? Option D, inherited trait because it depends on the trait of the preceding generation. A student carries out the experiment of tracing the path of the ray of light through a rectangular glass slab for two different values of angle of incidence. The values are 30 degree and 45 degree. In the two cases, the student is likely to observe the set of values of angle of refraction and angle of emergence as option C, angle of refraction 20 degree and 28 degree, and angle of emergence 30 degree and 45 degree is the correct option. Which of the following is the correct observation of the reaction showing in the following setup? Option C, magnesium ribbon burns with brilliant white light. The image shows the process of vegetative propagation in a plant. The shoot of the parent plant is pushed below the soil, resulting in the growth of a new plant. Option C is the correct option. This eliminates the need to produce plants using seeds. Identify gas of the following experiment. Correct option is option B, hydrogen gas. In one of the Mendel's experiment, tall tea plant with purple flower were crossed with dwarf plants with white flowers. The flowers of all the plants of his praise with purple, but about half of them were dwarf. From this, it can be said that the genetic composition of tall parent plant was option C is the correct option. Carbon exists in the atmosphere in the form of option B, carbon monoxide in traces and carbon dioxide. The table shows 4 different materials and their electronic configuration. How many atoms of sulfur will react with one atom of magnesium to form a compound? Option A, 1 is the correct option. A constant current flows in a horizontal wire in the plane of paper from east to west as shown in the figure. The direction of the magnetic field at a point will be north to south. Option B, directly below the wire. Plastic insulation surrounds the wire having diameter D and length L as shown below. A decrease in the resistance of the wire would be produced by an increase in the diameter of the wire. Option B is the correct option. Identify the correct statement. The taste of sugar is sweet. Gustatory receptor in our tongue are responsible for taste. Olfactory receptor in our tongues are responsible for smell. Receptor communicates information to the mouth so that we can taste things. Option B, both 1 and 2 are correct. Iron oxide plus aluminium gives aluminium oxide plus iron. What type of reaction is given above? Option D, displacement reaction is the correct option. If salivary amylase is lacking in the saliva, which of the following events in the mouth cavity will be affected? Option B, starch breaking down into sugars. A uniform magnetic field exists in the plane of a paper pointing from left to right as shown in the figure. In the field, an electron and a proton move as shown. The electron and proton experience. Option A, force both pointing into the plane of paper is the correct option. Which of the following is not a physical change? Option D, combustion of liquefied petroleum gas, that's LPG. A student traces the path of ray of light through a glass prism for different angle of incidence. He analyzes each diagram and draw the following conclusion. On entering the prism, the light ray bends towards its base. Light rays suffer refraction at the point of incidence and point of emergence while passing through the prism. An emergent ray bends at a certain angle to the direction of incident ray. While emerging from the prism, the light ray bends towards the vertex of the prism. Option A, both option 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Now we have assertion and reasons. In assertion, the word ambulance on the hospital van is written in the form of its mirror image as ambulance inverted form. Reason, the image formed in the plan mirror is the same size as the object. So option B is the correct option. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion, offspring produced by sexual reproduction shows variation. Reason, each offspring produced by sexual reproduction inherits all the genes from each parent. Option C, assertion is true but reason is false. Assertion, generally the color of indicator changes in the particular pH range. Reason, indicators are weak acids and weak bases and exhibits different colors in molecular form and ionic form. Option A, both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion, ozone shield the surface of the earth from ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Reason, ozone at the higher level of the atmosphere is a product of UV radiation acting on oxygen molecules. Option A, both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion, a rainbow is always formed in the sky after a rain shower and in the same direction as the sun. Reason, water droplets acts like tiny prisms. Here option D is the correct option. Assertion is false but reason is true. Assertion, the metal and alloys are good conductor of electricity. Reason, bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. It is not a good conductor of electricity. Option D, assertion is false but reason is true. Assertion, covalent compound have low melting and boiling points. Reason, covalently bonded molecule have weak intermolecular forces. Option A, both assertion and reason are true, but reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion, when copper oxide is added to dilute hydrochloric acid, the color of the solution becomes blue-green. Reason, blue-green color of the solution is due to the formation of copper chloride. Option A, both assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion, hibiscus is a unisexual flower. Reason, a sexual flower contains both male and female parts. Option D, assertion is false but reason is true. Assertion, in animals, the brain is the main controlling center for responding to change in their environment. Reason, the thinking process of the brain is not fast enough in animals. Option D, assertion is false but reason is true. Assertion, at high temperature, metal wires have a great chance of short circuiting. Reason, Both the resistance and resistivity of a material vary with temperature. Option B. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion. Resin and gums are stored in old xylem tissue in plants. Reason. Resin and gums facilitate the transport of water molecules. Option C. Assertion is true, but reason is false. Posture and balance of the body is controlled by. Option A. Cerebellum. What type of chemical reaction takes place when electricity is passed through water? Option A. Decomposition reaction. Which option correctly shows the transport of oxygen to the cell? Option D. From lungs to pulmonary veins, and then left atrium, left ventricle, then aorta and body cells. Option D is the correct option. Before burning in air, the magnesium ribbon is cleaned by rubbing with the sandpaper to remove the layer of magnesium oxide from the ribbon surface. What is the nature of nutrition in fungi? Saprotroph is the right option. What is the normal systolic and diastolic pressure in humans? Option D, 120/80 is the correct option. Which of the following non-metal is liquid at room temperature? Option B, bromine is the correct option. What is the main function of the cerebrum? Option A, thinking is the correct option. The highest coordinating center in the human body is? Option C, brain. The longest fiber on the cell body of a neuron is called? Option A, axon. The blue appearance of the sky is due to? Option B, scattering of light. The phenomena of light scattering by collided particle is known as? Option B, Tyndall effect is the correct option. Which of the following diseases is not sexually transmitted? D, hepatitis. Student, if you are liking the video, subscribe the channel. What should be the core of an electromagnet? Option B, soft iron. In which medium does light have the maximum velocity? Option C, vacuum is the correct option. In human females, an event that indicates the onset of reproductive phases? Option B is the correct option. The device used for producing electric current is called? Generator is the correct option. The direction of force on the current carrying conductor in a magnetic field is given by? Option D, Fleming left hand rule. A milkman adds a very small amount of baking soda to fresh milk. Why? To decrease the rate of fermentation. Which conducting tissue is responsible for multi-directional transport in plants? Option B, xylem. Student, this is about MCQs. I hope you like the video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.